Oh, I'm gonna climb over. Hey everyone. Today we're going to look at the Taft Railroad Tunnel in Connecticut. That gate is one of three with roads from the satellite. They look like they go to it. The other two have a bunch of no trespassing signs. That one doesn't say anything. Here we have a barbed wire fence that used to surround it before the gate was ripped down. Some abandoned structure here. Looks like a bunch of loading docks. Parking lot's been abandoned a long time. Take a look at all the trees growing up from out of the cracks. And take a look at this big tree. It just recently fell. Branches still have buds. Just look at the color of the wood. Couldn't have snapped more than a month ago. There could have been some kind of structure sitting on top of this, maybe. Got a whole bunch of creosote soaked logs sticking out of the ground. Some of them look completely intact, while other ones like this, there's enough soil inside it to support that tree. You see, the creosote only sinks like an inch or two into the wood, so the middle's free to rot away. Now take a look at this little building here. Got to be a little weary of what this could be. See how there's garbage sitting around everywhere? It's a bucket there. That looks like some old trailers. But there could be a homeless person using it. It doesn't look like there's any trail like densely leading to it, so yeah, you can check it out. Anybody in there? Maybe a while ago. Maybe some kids were camping in it. I don't see any like dense trail going to it. That tarp looks really new. What are these things? Well, nobody answered. I don't think anyone's in there now. There's a tent set up inside of it. So that tarp is just covering the hole in the roof. I don't know what those machines, any of that stuff was. But the railroad track is right up here. Go check it out. What is up with all these poles? See them all set up? Maybe some old-time electrical station. That's what I would guess, because there's a new electrical station right near it. Look at that big tree laying right on top of some phone lines. This was definitely a homeless camp at one point. Take a look at it. Probably not too long ago either. It's been a while. There's rolls of toilet paper all swelled up. Nobody has slept there in a while. See the tents all crushed by the weight of the snow at one point. You know, this is one of the first homeless camps that there's not a ton of trash everywhere. Usually they're a lot more messy because these guys grab stuff from dumpsters. Because in the United States, keep in mind, more than 40% of all food produced ends up in a dumpster. That is how wasteful we are. Most stores put profits before helping people who are hungry. So what that means is stores, when stuff is about to expire, they would rather throw it in the dumpster and write it off on their taxes than discount it so it sells fast. There's been times I've gone dumpster diving, especially after a holiday. The dumpster will be filled with so much chocolate and stuff. Like after Valentine's Day, you can't even fit it in your car. You go and you look at the date, it expires like 8 months away, but yet they threw it all out because they don't want to discount it. It's bad for business. And you can't legally sell it after being in the trash. It's a steep way down to the tracks. There's got to be a better way. I hear something loud. Not sure if it's a waterfall or an approaching train. Something's rumbling back there. I'm on top of the tunnel now, just looking for a way down to go look at it. It looks like a pretty good trail here. It's got to be a trail going down. Yep, yes it is. Let's see how steep it is. It's a pretty dense trail. Looks like a lot of people take it. Oh yeah, this isn't bad at all. I hope that wind isn't being too bad through the microphone. Yeah, this isn't even that bad. It's kind of like stairs. Just don't want to lose your balance, because you're not going to stop falling here till you hit the water or a rock. It'll be much easier going back up. I'd rather do this with both hands. No graffiti down there at all. Wow. It's a pretty shiny track. Maybe we'll see a train go by. That would be great. All right, we're down. I think that trail is mostly fishermen. Hey, there's a lot of coal laying around. I just heard a little toot toot a minute ago, maybe at a railroad crossing. I hope it's a train. That would be nice. Either way, I'm just happy to get down here to see the tunnel. It's a very short tunnel. Look at that. You can see daylight down there. These days, they would never build a tunnel like this, so short. There's not even many elevation. I bet these days they would just blast the whole mountain down. Because if they ever needed double stacks, that would have to be higher. And there's stuff built on top of it. There's like a bunch of electrical poles for the high tension power lines. Looks like a good swimming area for the summer. It's heavily worn around the corner there. But it looks like there's also surface rust starting. It's definitely heavily used. What's the sign say? Oh, that's nice. A nice welcoming sign. Can't believe there's not one sign telling you not to trespass in there. It's amazing. Most tunnels would have signs everywhere. But that is also a pretty sharp corner inside the tunnel. So I bet they go pretty slow. You'd have to be kind of an idiot to get killed in there. Walking along their barrier wall. There's not much elevation here. This could definitely flood pretty easy. Probably wouldn't cause any damage though. I don't see any trains. We're going back up this way. That's right to where I parked. None of that prancing through the woods. Hey everyone, driving by in Baltic, Connecticut. Right now, I'm driving around where a big factory used to sit. Right here. This is the floor of the factory. You can still see the walls. But I want to get out and look around. Look, there's still some of the factory standing, some walls, and even an intact building by those smokestacks. Let's see if we can get over there. There's also a canal here, abandoned. Sadly, it appears to be fenced in. Somebody bent down the fence to get in there, but there's really not anything to see. That is cool. Look at the deep water down there. The floor is completely gone. Look at those gigantic pipes leading to where the canal is. The canal's got to be empty. I doubt those are blocked and able to hold the water where they're not even dripping. That wind is strong. I'm going to try driving around where those smokestacks are, because from satellite it looks like there's a more intact building we can look at. Look at the size of the rebar back then. And they built the concrete well, because you see it's not even chipping where it is. That's some strong concrete. This place is littered with no trespassing signs, and it's completely fenced in with barbed wire. There's no getting close to this. The smokestacks look like they're gonna fall down. Very dilapidated in there. It's boarded up. Nothing to see really. You can tell it used to be a good building. It's made out of nice granite. Let's pull in here to see what's on the side of where those pipes are. Those pipes we saw leading into the broken building. What can we see, if anything? Nah, I can't see anything. The canal's dried up.